Greetings YouTubers. I've had a request from a viewer from one of my other videos if I could do a video showing how I do contact prints because he's struggling. It is something that I always used to find quite infuriating, because if you have a contact printer, you'd open it up and you'd place your negatives in, you put one in there and you put it up there, and then you've got another like 4 to do, 3, 4, 5, or even 6, and sometimes they're a bit too long, so they bulge in the middle, and other times they're shorter ones, so they flap about, and then you have to put your paper in like so, and you close it, and sometimes it pushes the paper along like that. So, and other times part of the image is obscured by these prongs, and in the end you just think, I hate film photography, I'm gonna go digital. So what I decided to do was I dismantled my contact printer. It only cost me about a £5 or $10 or €8 or whatever your currency is. So I took the prongs off, and I took the glass out of the holder thing there, and I got rid of the contact printer down there like that. So now what I do, I take my paper under safe light conditions, of course. Okay, so imagine the safe light's on. Oh, a spider's come in to see what's going on, and there he goes. I'll just move you out of the way, Mr. Spider. There we go. Every dark room should have his resident spider. Right, so do my paper, put it down there, and I place my negatives on the top. Not usually one-handed. There we go. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen that spider before. I think he must be a baby, or he's just moved into the area. I've got another resident spider, a huge fella, and every time I put my heater on, he comes out and sort of sits in the line of the blast, having a good warm. Anyway, I digress. So there's my negatives on the paper, laid out rather neatly, I think you'll agree. And I take my piece of glass, which needs a bit of a clean, but you need to clean off the glue and stuff like that on the edges, but you place that over the top like so, nice and flat. And then you can also move the whole thing about. We'll do it that way, which is probably better. And then I usually stop the lens down to about f8, which you probably can't see in here, but f8, and I set the timer. If you have a timer, I would highly recommend that you get a timer if you don't have one. And I have it, because you can go down to 0.1 of a second of accuracy, and I've got it hardwired through the power into here and and it works like magic. So there we go. And I obviously turn the safety light off. Well, I do anyway, not everyone does, but call me old-fashioned. And I do it for 4 seconds. And there you go, and then develop as per normal. And the 4 seconds and f8 will give you a good general exposure. And there you have it. A whole lot easier than faffing about trying to put them in a contact printer. Just make sure that if you don't have a contact printer, or you're not going to get one, that you don't use ordinary glass, because it needs to be anti-Newton glass, because otherwise it will refract like mad and you'll end up with inconsistencies, across the exposure across the whole print, and all kinds of patterns and whatever. But anti-Newton glass, the best way to do that is spend about £5 on a contact printer. So there, I've just helped single-handedly to push up the price of contact printers. So in a year's time, you'll have to spend £10 on a contact printer. And there you go.